But you must not forget this one thing, dear friends. A day is like 1,000 years to the Lord, and 1,000 years is like a day. So in other words, everybody, time, when you're looking at time from eternity, it looks very, very different, okay? You've seen me, many of you have seen me illustrate this before. I'm going to do it again. Let's see. I want a mic stand. Here, give me that. Oh, this will work. This will work. All right. Now, a day is like 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is like a day to the Lord. Got it? Okay, I'm going to show you something here that'll help you. Okay, let's pretend that this is the timeline of the earth. Okay, I'll do it this way. It's easier to hold. Okay, this is when earth was created and time began. This is when all will be destroyed and time will end. Out around all this is eternity. There's no concept of time in eternity. Okay? Everything we do is based on time. You throw a ball, the ball travels through space in time. You drive a car, it's the fact that there is time that makes it possible for you to drive that car. Because as time passes, the car moves. All right? So everything in our consciousness is based on time. And that's one of the reasons why I believe God says our thoughts are not his thoughts. Our ways are not his ways. He is far superior in his understanding than we ever could be because we have limitations like that. We have limitations with our body. We have limitations with natural law. We have limitations with some of the bad ideas we embrace. We have limitations with time. All right, so from out here in eternity, God is looking into time. All right, so when God looks into time, now follow this. All of that can be seen by God. All right, so let's say you were born in the year 1990. Okay, so you're born here. Well, let's put you closer to the end. You were born here. Okay, just for those of you that are excited. All right, you were born here. Okay, so when you were born, your mommy and daddy dedicated you to the Lord and prayed that God would do certain things in your life. All right, that happened about there. All right, so it's barely observable from eternity. Okay, God hears that prayer and says, I'm going to answer that when they're 45 years old. So he answers it here. All right, now here's what's interesting about it. From God's point of view, you're born, the prayers are said, and the answer all happens at the same time. Well, actually, it's more dramatic than that because he's in eternity. It happens in your life. See, what you're doing is your parents prayed for you when you were that baby. And then you've got to go through time to get to the answer to the prayer. Are you following that? See, this is very important for you to understand how the Lord always responds to your prayers. The Lord is doing wonderful things in you. So you may be praying about something and you say, the Lord is just not responding. I guarantee you the answer to that prayer is there. But you've got to live into it, see? And so these things are very, very important for us to understand because people will argue, oh, they keep saying Jesus is coming again, but hadn't happened yet. Well, if you're here on the timeline, see, I'm not sure where we are on the timeline, so I'll play with it a little bit. If you're here on the timeline, you can complain forever about Jesus not coming again. All right, but the issue is that doesn't happen until here. Now, the profitable thing to do is convince everybody they're right here. I know a guy who had an awesome prayer ministry, but it was going broke. And so he started promoting it as praying in the end time harvest. Boom, it exploded. Because it gave purpose to prayer, because they were convinced this is the end time, we're going to pray in the end time harvest, and the marketing worked. The issue is he doesn't know if he's here or if he's here. So what do, everybody? We live as if Jesus is coming in the next few minutes. But we plan as if we're going to live a full lifespan. See, so we understand the issues of eternity and the importance of living for God, but we are not persuaded by these kind of arguments.